Hello, everybody. Welcome to Little Rusty Bucket. Subscribe to the channel and drop a like. Also, hype the video. If you don't know how to do it, you don't need to comment saying you don't know how to do it. That's fine. I don't really care. It's just something that apparently is better than liking the video. I have no idea, man. I started this shit when I was 15 years old, and I have decided to learn nothing since then. So, in today's video, I want to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder and the fact that they are 11-1. Or no, this says that Shea played 13 games. They're 12-1. I just watched their game against the Golden State Warriors where they beat them 125-100. The game was over by the fourth quarter, so I did not catch most of that quarter, but just an absolute dog walk basically the entire time. I would actually argue that the Golden State Warriors played pretty good in like the first quarter of that game. They really were not doing that bad overall. It's just that OKC kind of was hitting every single shot that they took, especially Chet Holmgren, who just could not miss in that game. Let me find. And it was 126-102. My mistake. Yeah, Chet 23 points on 9 for 9 shooting. When I say couldn't miss, I mean it. He also went 3 for 3 on his free throws. Shea was 9 for 19, but 3 for 6 from 3, 7 for 8 from the line for 28 points. AJ Mitchell was good. And Isaiah Joe, that's his fucking name. In my head, I saw Joe and went ISO Joe. Yeah, he was very good in that game as well. He had 18 points. And the thing with the Thunder that I want to talk about is I went into this year and my prediction was that the Thunder would not win 70 games, which a lot of other people predicted. And that's not at all because I thought the Thunder were incapable of winning 70 games. Quite the opposite. It was more so that historically speaking, when a team has a season like they did last year, usually they cool down just a little bit and kind of conserve their energy more. They'll start to drop games, especially later on in the season. And that's not because they suck or got worse. It's just because it's the regular season and we have championship aspirations. We have aspirations to repeat as champions. So conserve your energy a little bit, focus less on the win column and more on just, yeah, we got our playoff spot. We're going to dominate from there. Like something that Draymond Green said about their 2016 season was that they just put too much effort and focus into breaking the regular season wins record, and they just had not as much energy or preparation or the right mentality going into the playoffs that year. You could argue that's just an excuse, but I do think there is some validity to that because, like, the Warriors are playing all of their starters big minutes the last couple of games of the year just because they want to ensure they get that record, where most teams are putting that to the side and being like, okay, we're not going to play our starters much, if at all. We're going to let the, bench guys figure out, get some opportunity. Like that's why for the last month of the season, you'll usually see just some like crazy breakout performances from dudes you've heard very little of, if at all. However, the Thunder are currently 12-1, and not only that, they have the highest win differential in NBA history. And you may or may not recall, last year they had the biggest win differential in NBA history. And I think it was 12.8. The biggest gap between wins and losses. They win by that many points on average, nearly 13. Now they're up to 15. The other thing is defensive rating, dude. Okay, I wish it would just take me to the list from there. Go to some overall team advanced stats. Defensive rating. Look at that shit. The OKC Thunder. Defensive rating, 104.4. Next best is the Detroit Pistons at 110.6. Do you know how fucking ridiculous that is? Their opponents are scoring 6.2 less points. A defensive rating is not strictly points per game. It's like slightly different, and I'm not actually quite sure. But like, I guess if I could just literally go to opponents' points per game, where is that at? Yes. Well, that's per 100. Yeah, total opponents, or not total. God damn, I'm getting there. Yeah, so the Thunder are giving up 107 points per game. Do you realize how crazy that is? 107 points per game. I think defensive rating takes into account like the quality of your opponent's offense overall outside of that, but like they are dominating on the defensive end of the floor. Now, as for just some individual performances this year, Shea has obviously been awesome, as he kind of always is. Yeah, 32.5. He averaged 32.7 last year. He's taking slightly more free throws per game. He's taking more off of the dribble threes. He has a lower assisted percentage on his threes than normal. He's really been hitting a lot of step backs. Lou Dort has not played much. He's been fucking awful offensively in the games that he has played. Chet has been great so far this year. Yeah, this year he is up to 18.7 points. Only 1.3 blocks is actually kind of low for him. 7 or 8 rebounds per game. He is shooting 38% on 4 3-pointers per game. He is shooting 72% on his 2-pointers. And I don't know what the stats are, but I guarantee you his shooting numbers from mid-range are really damn good. Let me see here. Yeah, from 10 to 16 feet, he is shooting 67%. And from 16 feet to the 3-point line, he is shooting 80%. That is not going to hold up to that degree, but it does seem like he has turned the mid-range shot into a very real weapon for himself. It's always been on display. It's always been something that he could do, but he seems to, like I said, have turned it into a very real, strong weapon for him. Obviously, I'm sure you've already heard about AJ Mitchell. I actually talked about him on a Rusty Buckets upload yesterday when this video is going up. But he's averaging 17, 4, and 4. He's shooting the ball really well. I did not really see this coming anytime soon. Isaiah Joe has also started the season really damn hot. He's taking 9 3-pointers per game. Good Lord, I didn't even realize it was going that well for him. Yeah, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players averaging double-digit points per game. Cason Wallace has been playing phenomenal fucking defense. He's averaging 2.3 steals per game. He's probably an all-defensive guy this year, as is Chet. So they've got that going. Lou Dort has a good chance of making it again when he gets healthy. And all of this has happened without J-Dub, without their second best player. So if anything, this has been the Thunder on their back foot. This has been the Thunder not at full strength. Obviously, AJ Mitchell stepping up has helped bridge the gap of J-Dub being gone in a way that was like, yeah, if no one else stepped up in his place, then that would have been a huge problem. But I still think that AJ could be very, very good when all is said and done, even without the extra shots available to him because of J-Dub's absence. And here's the real sick fucking thing about all this. They have the Clippers pick, and the Clippers are buns. The Clippers are garbage. And they have a very real shot of missing the playoffs for the first time in like fucking 15 years. Actually, I think they did miss it once in between the Kawhi era and the Lob City era. But they are currently 3-8, and they are in the 12th seed in the West. If you are not aware of this upcoming draft class, there are, to my understanding, 3 guys who are borderline generational talents. 3 guys who are as close to guaranteed all-star caliber players in the future as you can get. It's never guaranteed that anyone is an all-star caliber player, but, you know, very safe bets in the top 3 of that draft. If the Thunder get any of those 3 guys, if they get a top 3 pick in this draft after all this other shit, we can just wrap this up. We can just go home. We can say it's been a good day, everybody. The league's been cool, but the Thunder got this for the next forever how fucking long, because they'd be getting another guy who should be very good really quickly, who will be on a rookie year for 4 years. So that means they're going to have plenty of time before they have to worry about paying all those guys. And they have let me see real quick the ages on this roster. Yeah, Shea is 27, Chet is 23, and J-Dub, I believe, I have to go back because he has not played this year. J-Dub is 24. So this is a team that could very easily be together for another decade. Maybe Shea doesn't have the kind of longevity where he's that good at 37, but let's say he taps out at 35. Like, that's an 8-year window. And Chet and J-Dub are still not at their peaks. I'm quite confident that both of them will be considerably better players than they were on their most recent championship run. So they have all of that working together, and they're also 12-1 this year. So that's scary. My prediction for the championship, I felt like it was a coin flip between OKC and Denver, and I went with Denver mostly because that was just the more interesting option, and because I do strongly believe in their chances at a championship this year, and I think they will have a very real shot versus OKC. But this start happening in the absence of J-Dub has made me start to question that a little bit, especially because Cam Johnson, man, let me just get this off my chest real quick. There is not a move that I was more happy about, more high on this offseason than the addition of Cam Johnson to the Nuggets. Thus far this year, he is shooting 21% from three and 52% on his twos, which is a pretty big dip from last year on significantly lower volume. That sucks so much. Like, I'm sure he'll bounce back. Shooters go through cold spells, but frankly, Cam, to me, always felt like one of the more consistent shooters in the NBA, and this long of a cold streak is really concerning to me. I feel like there are two sides to blame here. I think Cam has not been as aggressive as he should be, but I also feel like the Nuggets haven't done enough of a job, haven't made enough of an effort to actually get him involved on the offensive end of the floor. So that fucking blows. But Denver is still doing great. Like, Denver, don't get me wrong, I'm not out on Denver by any means. They're fucking 9-2. Jokic just had 55 points with 3 missed shots yesterday. So yeah, he's still cooking. He's averaging a triple-double with 13 rebounds and 11 assists. That last game got him up to 29 points per game, so that bumped his stats a bunch. Aaron Gordon also looks like a fucking all-star this year. Jamal Murray has been playing super, super well on top of that. Like, Denver also looks great, but OKC's been so good that I'm like, maybe I should have just called them repeating at as was like the default thing that most people did. I don't know, maybe an L there, but believe me, it wasn't for lack of belief in the Thunder. It was just a lot of belief in the Nuggets. But the Thunder are even more impressive than I anticipated them being in this context. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.